studying more is not the secret to being a good student, and it's actually part of the problem. People are going to tell you that if your young adult could just get more organized, manage their time better, and study harder, they'd succeed in school. I hear this from parents all the time. Like, if only my kid... Sounds logical. Good grades mean better opportunities, right? So if you get good grades, you just study a little more, you just study a little harder, you just show a little more grit, right? Then everything works out. But here is why this advice is so wrong. So these essential skills, time management, organization, studying, all of those are skills that your kid hasn't even been taught. In other words, your student doesn't have these skills to begin with. We assume our kids are born knowing how to study and learn, or, it's just one of these things that they're just going to figure out in school. But nobody ever sits them down and shows them how to do it. And looking back, it was probably the same for you. Did anybody ever sit you down and teach you how to study, how to organize your life, how to manage your time? Isn't that all the kind of stuff that you're listening to this podcast to figure out how to do? Doing something more or harder without knowing how to do it correctly in the first place is ineffective, and frankly, it's really frustrating for everybody involved. And worse, if students don't succeed with what they're told to be doing more of, they internalize that it is somehow their fault, that they weren't smart enough or weren't trying hard enough. And not only is that inaccurate, but it's honestly not fair. It's like asking our kids to build a house without ever giving them a blueprint or any training in construction. We tell them, hey, build a house, right? It needs a roof, so they get shingles. We tell them it needs a floor, so they grab some tiles. They know they need walls, so they go to the store and pick up sheetrock. But does having shingles, tile, and sheetrock mean you have a house? Of course not. Okay, so they start hammering more nails harder and faster without even knowing if those are the right nails in the right spot. They cut holes deeper without even knowing if those are the right holes in the right spot. They keep adding more and working harder because that's what everybody tells them to do, but time is running out and all they hear is build your house. This is the exact situation that our kids are in. They piece together a study hack they found online with something a friend is doing, but their test grades don't improve. They get the calendars, but they're still stressed and they procrastinate. They get the notebooks and the iPads, but their notes are still useless. Tools and materials alone don't make a house. Without a blueprint, more and harder just leads to exhaustion. That's why I teach students actual strategies and frameworks that work, delivered in a critical sequence where each one builds on the one before it. Because when you follow a blueprint, the roof finally has something to sit on and the walls finally have a foundation. Can't you tell I have a history of construction?